Miss
Wow.
Kelly, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I was about to tell him about the super weekend again. Okay, yes, I can hear you.
Well, I tell you what, guys, I appreciate everybody being on the call today, guys. I want to give you guys some quick updates. Of course, you know, as Kelly said, on Tuesday, guys, we don't do any presentations. We just give everybody updates. Just got a chance to get off the phone with Steve Labriola. Things are happening at an incredible rate. And as you guys know, it's always about security and helping the protection of course, you know, you and your back office and the information. And I just got some information from him about some recent updates that were put into the back office. First of all, let me cover a few things here, guys. Credit cards. Everybody seems to love the new credit card processing system. The company told us that it was going to come online. It is online. It is up and it is operating. However, there's just one little minor glitch in the system. On the CVV code on the back of your card, if it begins with a 0, the system does not recognize your card and will not let those charges go through. They have recognized that issue and that problem and something with their security. They are working on that to get that resolved. So if you have a credit card that you're trying to sign up with and your CVV code begins with the 0, those cards will not be able to be used at this time. However, once they correct the problem, you'll be able to use that. So I had a couple of people who were sending in that issue and saying, hey, I can't get my card to go through. Got plenty of money on it. That was the reason. It wasn't anything on you, your part, or the bank's part. The great news also, of course, as many of you guys have figured out, is that with the new system, they're not requiring any uploading of documentation. So what happens is, in the way it worked before, when you would sign someone up today, provided that you have your customer and you're qualified, of course, you sign someone up today, they'd have to send in their documentation to get approved, and if their documentation wasn't received in time or inputted into the system, you would not get paid on them in either the binary nor fast starts until once their documentation is in. The good news now is that as soon as you sign a person up, they are now entered into the system immediately. They're active immediately. And on top of that, of course, your fast start commission is paid the next day. That's generally how it's working right now. Also, the binary pay, guys, we have several people who have been getting it daily. Some people getting it every 3 or 4 days. Those are bonuses, guys. And with the system right now, because of the thousands of people that are joining, literally every minute, applications that are being filled out just at a phenomenal rate. Remember, they are moving to a new cloud environment service. And so everyone right now in the company, they're actually listed on different servers. You may be on a server with maybe 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 other people, and then someone else that you signed up might be on a different server. And so as the system goes through the different servers, with the binary guys, it's paying at different intervals. So it just depends on what server you're on. And until they move to the new cloud environment, that's what we can expect until they finish getting everything uploaded into the new environment. Also, too, we recognize that there have been some issues with numbers sticking in the back office. The techs are working on that, and as soon as they get that issue resolved, that service is going to return to normal. So these are just some of the updates that you guys need to know. On the security issue of what's just happened over the past few days, we know the company, in order for you to move any money, either by transfer or withdraw, we know today is Tuesday's withdrawal day, a lot of people are withdrawing. In order for you to withdraw money and transfer money now, you have to put in your social security number or your tax ID number. It's the one that you signed up with. And the reason why they put that in place is because they've had a few issues, primarily in Brazil, not too much in the United States, but of people, getting into other people's accounts, someone that they gave their information to, and then that person going into their back office and trying to withdraw funds out or transfer it to someone else. So because it's been such a problem in Brazil and not too much in the United States, and we know that people in the United States have signed up, some people can't remember what their social is. I don't know how that's possible. Or they can't remember what they put in, and that's why we always want to try to put in accurate information. So anytime you put in your tax ID or your social, guys, write down what you put in, and that way you can always refer back to it so that you won't have any issues. And I understand some people have different tax ID numbers for different businesses, and they may have put in one and forgot which one that they put in. The way that you can remind yourself of what you put in is you can go in your back office and click on your data, your personal data, and it will show you the last 2 digits of the number that you put in, and that should kind of recall to your mind what you actually put in. But however, because that security feature is in place right now, there are quite a few people that are trying to withdraw money. They can't remember what they had. And so what the company has done, or is in the process of doing right now, that is going to be a permanent feature, guys. But right now in the United States, they're going to be turning that feature back off. So those that are us that are trying to make withdrawals for today, or you're trying to transfer money for today, that feature is going to be deactivated, but it will be back reactivated. So we're trying to find the best solution to make sure that everybody who has their social in the back office or the tax ID numbers, that those are accurate and correct. So by the time you turn the system back on, that you guys won't have any issues or problems with that. So here's what they're going to do. Either it will be sometime today that it will be deactivated if it's not deactivated right now. If it's not deactivated by a reasonable time tonight, then they're going to extend the withdrawal process till tomorrow, where if it's not deactivated by today, it will be done by tomorrow. So today would be the only exception that you can withdraw money on Wednesday, Tuesday and Wednesday, if they don't get that feature deactivated in time today. But we're going to ask, the company's asking everybody to just keep checking, every hour on the hour if you're looking to make a withdrawal today. See if you can't remember your information, see if that feature is deactivated, and then at that time period you can make your withdrawal request. We have a ton of meetings, guys, that are going on all across the country. Quite a few people are coming in. People are saying that this opportunity is real. They're starting now to understand the full implication. The fact that what TelexFREE has done is merge corporate American thinking, which means that you get kind of like a base salary for what you do, along with the entrepreneurship of network marketing, meaning that as you share this with other individuals, your income potential becomes unlimited. And so when they put the two of these together with this incredible model, it is causing phenomenal growth. One of the things that we're having this weekend, we've had quite a few Super Saturdays that have went on across the country. There's one going on this weekend in Florida. That is at the Courtyard by Marriott. The agents are $20, guests are free. Mr. Steve Labriola from corporate is going to be at that event in Fort Lauderdale, and I just got off the phone with him. He wouldn't tell me. I tried to get it out of him, but he would not tell me. But he said he has some incredible, nice surprises, and he said if he knew, he knows guys me. And he said if I tell you, you'll tell everybody else. He said so. I want it to come from corporate. So there's going to be some special announcements that are going to be made on Saturday at the event in Florida. And of course, guys, that's going to be at the Courtyard by Marriott. It's expected to be totally packed out there. So if you got people in that area that are going to be going to the event, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that they arrive there early. It's going to start at 10 a.m. Eastern, and the address, of course, is 2440 West Cypress Creek Road in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So it's going to be an incredible event. There's also, guys, meetings, as we said, that are going on all across the country. There are different meetings that are going on in different areas. I know we just started up new meetings in Maryland, as well as there's other additional meetings. Again, and someone just said that they just successfully made a withdrawal without using the Social Security number. So that feature may already be deactivated, guys, as we are speaking right now. But once again, folks, we want to understand something. If you have documentation that you came into the company and you uploaded your credit card information and it's still not through, you're going to need to send those emails immediately through the upline, because since the system isn't asking for documentation anymore, if you're out there and you still haven't been approved, get the information in through the upline, and you're going to need to send in a copy of your driver's license and also a copy of that documentation form. Make sure that the signature on the documentation form matches the signature on your driver's license. I'm going to give you an email address that you guys can send those to. This is only used for that purpose and nothing else. Not that I've got questions on how you get paid this way, or I'm asking information on that. The email that you want to use is teambuilder007 at gmail.com. Let me verify that. Hold on 1 second, folks. I'm getting a bunch of emails here or text messages. Let's see. Issues in signing in, just trying, don't ask. And again, it just depends on what we're doing. Fred, give me a call on that because I'm not sure what you're actually saying and you're texting over to me. So give me a call on that. Very quickly, guys, I want to go over the email here real quick because there's and the email on that is teambuilder, TEAMBUILDER 007 at gmail.com. Again, that's teambuilder007 at gmail.com. Send over if your site is still blocked and you sent in your authorization form and it didn't take or it didn't stick. Send in the authorization form along with a copy of your driver's license and, of course, the username. Send that in. And, of course, guys, when you send that in, they will forward that on to the company, and they've been activating those very, very quickly. Those are the updates that we have for today, guys. I want to check here real quick. Any of the other leaders on the line, any of the updates that you guys want to share with folks, or some additional meetings that are going on all across the country, guys, because there are a ton of them that are going on across the country. And again, Fred, if you're having some kind of issues like that, it could be a temporary glitch that they've got in the system, and they'll get that resolved. Go ahead, Ms. Carla.
This is Carla in Atlanta, and as you know, guys, we do have our 2 o'clock opportunity meeting every Saturday. We will not have one this Saturday because me and Carlos will be in Fort Lauderdale with Randy. So we won't have it this Saturday, but next Saturday we will resume at 2 p.m. There is free parking. The address is 115 Perimeter Center Place, Atlanta, Georgia, 30346. Again, 115 Perimeter Center Place, Atlanta, Georgia, 30346. As I stated again, that is free parking. You want to be there on time at 2 o'clock because we are now doing live calls at the webinar at 2 o'clock. So you definitely want to be there on time so we can get started on time because we're doing a live call at that same time. Thanks.
Great. Ms. Kelly, can you go over the information on the Super Weekend, the dates, and, of course, the location as you have it updated? Ms. Kelly,
the California Super Weekend will be July 26th, 27th. I haven't heard of the location yet, but that's Orange County, California, Newport Beach, July 26th, 27th. It's a Friday and a Saturday. So Friday night there'll be a presentation, and Saturday all day fun and events, and everybody making friendships and making money.
Absolutely. And Fred, I just signed in, and the reason why I keep saying incorrect code, make sure you use capitalization. I just signed in, got in, no problem at all, but you have to use the capitalizations. From time to time it does that. Try that, Fred, and see if that'll work for you, but I'm getting in no problem at all into the site. Once again, guys, we've got a lot of people, again, guys, that are coming in, and for those people that have credit cards that begin with 0 on the CVV code, you're going to have to use a different alternate credit card right now to come into the system until they actually get that part of the security of it updated so that it will allow you to sign up with that particular credit card. Everybody seems to love the system. It's a lot faster, of course, than what we were using before, and it will allow you to use the, I believe, the credit card as much as twice. Any other updates from any of the leaders on the line before we end our update call today?
Randy,
yeah, Randy, Fred, just a reminder, we have a meeting tonight in Brooklyn, New York, 7 p.m., 1697 Broadway. That's in Williamsburg section of Brooklyn. 1697 Broadway at the M&J Party Hall. 7 p.m. Brooklyn, New York.
Great.
And yeah, I'm in there.
Okay, and what time are those meetings?
That's at 7 o'clock. Lastly, I want to say, if anybody's experiencing any signing issues like I have had recently, don't panic. Just keep trying it. Do not ask for a second password. That's not the problem. So you don't want to get hung up doing that. Just keep trying and you get back in. I got back in again. So
yeah,
that's what I stated that in. Yeah.
Okay, and that's great. And guys, again, always pay attention to the capitalization on there because that helps you depending on what system you're going in through. There was another lady that was about to say something.
Hey, Randy, it's me, Kelly.
Hey, Kelly.
Hey, I wasn't sure if we could maybe review about how people can get in as team builder, because we have several folks that are asking, hey, how do I do that? How does that work?
Absolutely. A lot of people are using, guys, because you can only use credit cards twice each credit card. There's a couple different ways. There's some people that are going to, people are so resourceful, it's incredible. There's some people that are going to Western Union and getting additional prepaid cards. I think they're only $3.95, and you can load on those cards the amount that you want. So they're getting several of those cards and loading, enough for at least 2 Ad Central families on there. That way, if you went out and got 3 or 4 additional cards, you can cover enough if you were doing the whole entire team builder yourself. Other people are putting money and funds in through TD Bank. I understand that there may be some issues in certain areas like New York. I've heard of people having issues. I don't know if they're still resolved or if that's still going on in the New York area. And it primarily was because of an issue where the receipts were showing the amount of the full balance that was going on. But so far out of the Florida, other areas like Maryland, I've been finding that everybody's been using the TD Bank account for the company. They've been making the deposits and no problem at all. So I'll kind of give you guys an update on anything that I hear in that particular area. I do know there's a meeting on in Maryland. I guess it's the first meeting coming up there. Miss Cynthia Sly, are you on the line with us?
Hey, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Do you have any information on that meeting, the date, time, and place?
Okay, we're having a Maryland meeting in Beltsville, Maryland, and that's tomorrow evening, Wednesday at 7 p.m., and the address is 10739 Tucker Street. That's 10739 Tucker Street, and it's in a office complex, okay? So it's Suite 200, and again, that's Beltsville, Maryland, 20705. Promoters are $10, and all guests are free. And again, that starts at 7 o'clock tomorrow evening, Wednesday. It's every Wednesday at 7 p.m. in Beltsville, Maryland.
Well, thanks so much, Cynthia. Appreciate your leadership, and I appreciate you guys getting the information out to everybody and letting them know that they're invited to the meetings there in Maryland. Again, guys, we got meetings going on everywhere. It's absolutely incredible. I've talked to several people that are having meetings down in Florida. I don't know, Ms. Donna, are you on the line with us? She might be muted out.
Hey, Randy, I'm here. Randy?
Hey, Ms. Donna, hey, I appreciate you being on the call, and I'm going to have to ask a favor of you. Just let me know if you can or cannot do it. But on Thursday, we're actually going to be traveling down to Florida. So if you could check with your schedule to see if you can cover the 2 o'clock and possibly the 8 o'clock on Thursday, as well as the Friday 2 o'clock call. Just let me know if you can or cannot do that. That way I need to make an adjustment in the schedule. So you guys know if we have to make an adjustment on our webinars for those days, it's only because I'm traveling down to the Florida event, and I've got to get there, of course, and it's going to be an absolute blast. I'm not going to miss this announcement that's coming from corporate, because Steve says it's a really good one, so I can't wait to get down there and hear that as well. So Ms. Donna, let me know if you're
we'll work on that. Randy, just a quick update on the California meeting, too. We're in the process of getting a website together. It'll be real easy for people to just go to the site, and they can pay with PayPal